keep saying it. The day will come when going to church is going to be illegal. Please hear me. Please hear me in the Holy Ghost. Please.
So Kelly is telling us what she sees as our future. Let's continue.
COVID was a preview. God literally gave us a preview of what is to come. The day is going to come when reading the Bible is going to be illegal.
You know, it's interesting because I do feel like we did learn a lot during the pandemic, right? We learned a lot about how the world could literally shut all the way down. And you know what's interesting about that is that, and I hate to take this back to content creators in general, but like it became, I think, a bigger thing for people to become content creators. But as that happened, because we were all at home, I feel like that's when we saw a surge of people online, on TikTok especially, and social media across the board. And I feel like that was the moment that we became even more aware of what was going on around the world. So it's interesting that the world could shut down. And regardless of whatever your thoughts are about the pandemic, what became more apparent to me was that we started to have a lot more access to information online during that period of time. So we could see in real time what was going on around the world. But it's also interesting that in 2026, that I don't know, is that information still as readily available online, because some of these applications are now owned by corporations. So does that impact what you see? Just some interesting thoughts.
Go back and listen, watch the Book of Eli with Denzel Washington. Thy word have I hid in my heart that I might not sin against thee. Study to show thyself approved. A workman need not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. That's 2 Timothy.
I think we've always understood Kelly Price to be a pretty, for me, biblical person. I halt at saying simply spiritual, and I halt at saying simply religious, because I think that there is a spectrum on which people can exist. And I wonder where you feel like Kelly Price lands on that spectrum.
Don't just study, but study to show yourself approved.
I do agree with what she's saying here. I think that if you are of the mindset that you identify with a particular religion, I do think that you should study and know the word of the religion that you are studying. For me, I consider myself Christian, so for me, that would be the Bible. But I also think that there is some merit in understanding word across different religions, because I do feel like there are some things that could definitely be taken into account from other religions that could also be seen as a through line, for which perhaps maybe there is one central thought that has spurred off into different religions. You know, I just kind of remain open to that. But in terms of understanding the Bible, I do believe in reading and studying it and knowing it, especially if you're going to be speaking about it or trying to live it. So I do understand what she's saying here.
And then rightly divide the word of truth. There are many people who are out there turning scriptures into their own personal cult language. Study it and ask God to give you revelation. What does this word really mean? Lord, I want to do your will. Change my appetite. I don't just need a hoop and a holla. I need understanding. Keep saying it.
I agree with what she just said, especially because I do think you need to understand the word for yourself and have that understanding of what it means for you, and how you should be attempting to live your life. And anybody who is giving you that word, I think you should I think you should understand it for yourself as well, because I think that there is some truth to the things that she's saying here. But I think what also happens a lot with Kelly Price is that people are still, I think, a little wary of her in general. And I think some of that is based on, and some of the reaction that you see to her online is really about her disappearance. And people wonder what happened during that period of time when the world was looking for Kelly Price. And that still permeates and it resonates with people to this day. What do you guys think about this? I mean, for me, I just find this conversation interesting, the conversations that she has online. And I am now somewhat invested in following her story to figure out where it is that she is heading. And again, we'll see. I mean, I'm just someone who is observing and someone who is interested in what's happening here, because there's more to this story, and we'll definitely cover more of it in our coverage on this channel. So subscribe, like this video, where we take an introspective look also too at what's happening in the world of entertainment, news, culture in general.